misinterpreted. That doesn't make the Bible illegitimate, though. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
to me the whole point between the Old Testament and the New Testament, honestly, is not just the historical
Hold
background.
on, Murder. I just want to say something real quick. You were just saying about how DNA and everything
Hmm.
has God in it, and
Yeah, number
it
19.
was laminin. Have you heard of
Yes.
laminin?
Yeah, I haven't watched the video I was gonna watch on that
You
yet,
watch that
but
video? How
I gotta
laminin
watch
is
it.
like
Yeah.
the foundation that holds like the glue that holds our cells together, and it's in the perfect
Yeah.
shape of the cross.
Yeah. I
That's
haven't
deep.
watched it yet, but I actually saw a preacher was
You've
giving a
seen that, right,
sermon on
Simo?
that.
Yeah, his name is Paul Washer or something.
And people
Yeah,
don't
that's pretty.
understand. They think that
That's
shit is just
incredible, man.
coincidence or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Nah, that's crazy.
it's the church's fault, though, man. I'm sorry. I hate to say it and call out what I'm a part of, but it's the church's fault because they're lazy in terms of their reaching out to people. Like, look at how I've turned MC a little bit more towards the God of the Bible than he is Hinduism or any other religion, just because of some videos. He's not turned. I haven't turned him, but he's. I guarantee you this: if you
I
asked him,
think me and Sumo did a good job the other day, right,
no,
Sumo?
that video that I showed him, it- he's gonna
Not
take time
converted
with
the
him,
guy, but we did a
but
good
not
job
convert
trying
him.
to
But
get
you're
him
opening the door.
to
You're opening,
understand more and more,
yes.
right? You're planting a seed.
He sees the
You
Bible
know,
in a
somebody
whole
else may have to
different
come and water it.
aspect than he once used to look at the Bible. You know what I'm saying? That's how it starts. Then now we have to show him that God is the God of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the next example. And the only way he can do that, though, by is reading it himself and understanding that there's things in that scripture that only God would know about. And that's how you can tell. MC's thing of, well, how do we know aliens didn't give this to Moses or whatever? You know what I'm saying? That's always what MC will try to refer back to. I ain't gonna lie, because when I try to have this discussion with him before about, okay, like I told him, oh, watch the video. If you watch the video that I showed you guys, this scientist, this astronomist, he actually breaks it down perfectly how they've scientifically
I watched that.
studied.
That was actually interesting.
Yeah, you see how the scientists agree that this is how it would happen if the earth was created. And then you go read the scripture and you realize that each creation day is perfect to exactly what would need to transpire if you want to go from Big Bang to life being sustained on this planet. It would have taken the same exact chronological order. And so you ask yourself, how did this guy 6,000, 7,000, 10,000, we don't really know how long ago when Moses wrote the Bible. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, he could have been 10,000 years ago that he wrote that, right? So how did he know? You feel me, Joe? How did Moses know about fountains of the deep? Like, we didn't scientifically know that there were oceans underneath the oceans. I killed him, so how did
Right.
I die? How did I die when I killed the VIP? But that's crazy. The game should have been over after I killed the VIP, and I still got killed. That's crazy.
You guys know how deep the Mariana Trench is?
Exactly. And we didn't discover
They
this
said
shit
that
until our
30 Empire
lifetime.
State Buildings could fit on top of each
Hmm.
other. That's
So
crazy.
MC's answer to that, though, I can get anybody else with that question, and they'll be like, "Wait a minute, that does make sense. How the hell did this guy, writing on papyrus with, no pen or nothing? I forget what they wrote, like a feather pen or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did this guy write on stone or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Shit that we didn't discover with science and technology till our generation. You know what I mean? MC's answer to
Right.
that, though, is aliens gave him that shit and gave him that technology and information. I don't
Yeah,
know if Sumo's
he's
ever.
gonna wind up in Planet Nipples.
MC truly believes that aliens seeded life on the planet.
Wait. I
He
think what
doesn't
got
not necessarily
MC to
believe in
think.
God.
Hold
He
on a
just
second.
believes
I
in.
think what got MC to think about things when we were talking to him the other day is when he was talking, because he mentioned the whole alien thing to me too. But I was asking him, what does his mother believe in, and he says she believes in God. She believes in Jesus Christ. You know, she grew up a Catholic. I said, well, if your mother is right and she dies and winds up in heaven, where are you gonna wind up? On some distant alien planet?
Oh
You know what I
fuck!
mean? Like, just the thought of him. I said, what if you have to spend eternity by yourself? You know
Without
what I
your
mean?
mom.
Without your mother. You know what I mean? I mean, how do you? What if she's right? What if you know what I mean? Like, are you willing to take that chance? Are you willing to,
Yeah.
to believe in aliens and stuff like that. So he
It's not
started
that
thinking a lot.
aliens aren't real, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't get like I don't call them aliens, and
I don't
that's
think they're
why
aliens in the
they're
fact that they
fallen
look like
angelic
freaking.
beings. They're angelic beings, bro. And that's why we call them
Oh, they could be just
aliens.
like us. I mean,
They do
this
take human
universe is
form. How do you think
incredibly
they slept with
right.
freaking women on the planet? You know what I'm saying? Read your Bible. It tells you they
Right.
came down here and married women. Okay, so okay, how can I decipher that knowledge? Well, let me go read the story of Lot when the
Now, when you say
angels
fallen angels, are you saying that they've fallen because they're bad?
they were cast. Yes, they were cast. They were cast out. The ones that were cast out of heaven. And you can actually read the Book of Enoch, which goes into real deep depth. And I always refer to the Book of Enoch for one reason, and one reason only. Jesus quoted that book. So if my Savior, the Lord Jesus Christ, quoted that book, then it should be canon. It should be in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like it was taken out of the Bible by the Roman Catholic Church for a reason. Roman Catholicism, that's a whole nother subject on why it was created and what its true purpose is and what they're doing. You know what I mean, to the world. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit, bro. Like it should be in the Bible. And if you read the Book of Enoch, you would be like, holy shit, there was stuff going on in this planet that I can't wrap my fucking mind around. Now I understand what ghosts are. I understand what these things that people do black magic. I understand how they're able to do black magic and witchcraft and all these things. Once you learn that there are forces that live on in between we got a veil where we only see, what is it? What do they say? Science, Sumo, you're a scientist. It's like what, 5% of visible light. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know all the colors of the universe, bro. We only know what we can see. You know what I mean? There's shit that we cannot see. There's a veil. They're studying this shit over in CERN right now. You experimenting with dark matter, and for some reason these entities are attracted to dark matter because people that don't believe in God and don't believe in ghosts and don't believe in all that stuff, that are strictly scientists, are literally freaking out when they do these experiments and they're saying shit is coming through some dimension or whatever. They're opening the doorway. They're like a,
I'm on my way. On my way.
you get what I'm saying, Joe? I don't know. We've all seen movies, sci-fi movies, where they show you some strange spiral opening, you know, like portals, like what's that, Stargate and shit like that. This shit is real. This shit is fucking real. There's actually high points of energy on this planet that exist. One of them is in, I think it's New Mexico. It's they actually, the Roman Catholic Church built an observatory on top of this sacred. Yes, by the way, it is the best map. But anyways, long story short,
Farmland.
they built an observatory. Do you want to know what the name of the observatory is? Lucifer. It's the Lucifer Observatory, and it just so happens to be on this. I don't know if you know who the Hopi Indians or the Navajo Indians is, but it happens to be on their sacred land, where they claim, this is their story. They claim that a long time ago these beings came through in this area on this mountain and came down here, and their story is the exact same story that's in Genesis 6. Now, ask yourself this question: how do a group of Indians that never read a Bible, never knew what the Bible was until the Europeans showed up, how do they fucking have the same exact stories as the biblical stories? How do they have that? Like, I talk to this stuff about Sumo and MC all the time. Like MC didn't even know this stuff. Like, the Indians' name for God is the same as the Hebrews. They used to call God the bearded man, or the bearded one, or they call him Yah, or the creator. Like, a lot of people believe the Indians danced around fires yelling hoopla bullshit, worshiping the sun, or doing some other shit. Or there were pagan religions. No, the origin of the sun dance, I've told you the story before. You have to look up Chief Joseph. He's, yeah, like, it's not what they say it is. It actually comes from a medicine man getting a vision of Jesus Christ long before the Europeans ever came. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me how these people knew this shit. And that's why whenever the Christians came here and started preaching, the real Christians, not the the ones trying to use the Indians or whatever, but that's why they accepted Christianity, because they started to see that the stories in the Bible that they're hearing from the white man is the same stories their grandfathers and their great-grandfathers and their great-great-grandfathers have been telling them their whole lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. But that shit is ignored, bro, in the mainstream media, for a reason, bro. They rule. What did Jesus call Lucifer? What did he call him? The great what?
The great liar.
No, he's something else. The great something. It starts with a D. The great deceiver.
The great deceiver.
Exactly. So that's how they rule the world, man. It's through deception. That's how the Illuminati, whatever you want to call them, rule the world, is through deception. They deceive you into feeling good, and feeling good, you follow along with their agenda, whether it be progressivism or conservatism or communism or socialism or capitalism or whatever invention they've come up with. Like I always tell people all the time, the same people that created capitalism, the Rockefellers who funded capitalism here in America and in England, they also did something else. They funded and sent Karl Marx to college. They also created communism. Here's what you don't realize. Capitalism on paper makes a lot of sense and will also brings prosperity. If you want to go by socialistic principles, not actually what's been done and what's happened to people, but you just read what's written, you know, the workers' rights and how the workers should have the right to make so much money and all this other stuff. It sounds really, really good. But both systems are doing the exact same thing. Enslaving its population into a consumer type population where everything is you're not going to, you know, except for YoU-Sumo. No, even YoU-Sumo, you're a consumer based job. You know what I'm saying? Most jobs are not independent, critical thinking jobs where you're inventing or changing the world. Most everything is for some corporation or some company to continue to make its profit, and you're just getting paid a little bit of money to help. You know what I'm saying? You know, depending on what skills you have, you might be working for a really good company like you do that makes chemicals, and you get to be a scientist or whatever. So you make a little bit more money than the guy that works at McDonald's, but you're both doing the same thing. You get what I'm saying, Joe? You're doing the same thing as the person at Walmart is doing. You're there keeping the status quo and the product moving forward. No, that's not on principle what communism is supposed to be. I'm for free market competition. Each company's product should determine the value and all of those things. I'm for that. What I'm saying is it's not being put to its real use. Either system, one is more evil on face value than the other, but both are still accomplishing the same goal. What have we been doing for the last 100 years? Involved in every kind of war you can think of, to steal resources, to keep the companies. No, there was only one that I saw. There might be another one come up. You get what I'm saying, Joe? Right? You get what I'm saying, Joe? Right? Where is sure, capitalism is way, of course, better than communism, because communism is the state controlling it, but still the state controls capitalism too. That's the whole point. And what's worse about capitalism is it's under the table evil. You know what I'm saying? It's not in your face evil. Warren Buffett's on fucking magazines with lollipops with children looking all nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's such a great person. The reality is the same people in control. The same people in control of communism are the same people that run the capitalist system. And they play both sides off against each other, and that's why we have evil Russia, and we have, you know, America, and we have rivalries, and now it's evil China. You know what I'm saying? We're always constantly going to war for resources. Both sides. What truly would work in the world is what God created, and that's a barter system. That's a system of people just doing because they need to do it to survive and to live. You know what I'm saying? Like, money and all this other shit, it becomes the evil of the world. Like, without thinking about it, if you took money out of the equation, people wouldn't rob, people wouldn't steal, people wouldn't feel left out, people wouldn't feel bullied. There would be none of the world's problems would exist if you just took money out of the system, out of the equation. Money is the
Right.
only, and money has created human beings to be lazy. The only reason why we go to work, the only reason why we go to work is for a paycheck. Most people don't go to work just to help people. Exactly. So if you have a system like God created, why do you
Damn,
think
I
God
bled
created
out.
the system He created? God created a system where, yes, He did. He created the ecosystem of the Garden of Eden, which was man just lived and had to eat, so he had to grow food. He needed shelter, so he built his house. Each human being should have their own, like, look how the Indians did it. The Indians never had currency, and yet they had some of the best civilizations in human history. How did they do it? Because it was a community-based organization. In your community, you have a blacksmith, you have somebody that is carpentry, you have somebody that builds bridges, you have somebody that grows food. If the collective group of people, look at Star Trek for a prime example of what Gene Roddenberry actually envisioned in Star Trek. I know it's he ha ha laugh at spaceships flying around in space, but I always liked it, the show, just because it showed human beings at their best. What people were doing just because it was good to just get up in the morning and go do shit. The thought process is, oh, if we took money out of the equation, everything would go back to the Stone Ages. How? We still would have the same skills. You can still learn the same thing. You can still chop a tree down and turn it into a... You can still build metal. You don't need money doesn't make the machine. You build the machine. You build the bridge. You mill the fucking wood. Yeah. I'll take a 5 minute break. I'll take a 5 minute break.
Yeah, we could take a break.
You get what I'm saying, Joe? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah,
It's made human
so
nature,
interesting.
especially in our civilization. Our civilization is the laziest. You don't need to have skill. You can just go pay rent, go to work and pay rent. You don't gotta build your own house. You don't gotta grow your own food. You just go to the grocery store for a consumer based. But what? But what is your true skill? But hold on. Don't you think if you could invest those, imagine if you could invest those same talents and those same skills for something for yourself, where you're doing it for yourself to benefit for yourself. You would be, you'd be 10 to. No, no, no. That's your materialistic bubble. That's your materialistic bubble. You could do the very same thing that you do every day without a paycheck. You could do it. You could do the same thing you do every single day without a paycheck being involved. if 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 your production warranted, okay, well, you did so many hours of labor, well, here, you're guaranteed this food every month. You ain't gotta go buy that shit. You just go pick the shit up because your work that you worked for paid for that food, right? Right, or paid for that car or whatever. Yeah, it's my point. My point exactly. You would have more people at work. Because people would be forced to have to work. You would be forced to. There'd be you would be for you would no, you're not. People are not forced to take advantage of their true potential or their true skill. They are not forced to. Do travel in the world? Most people are not working at a job that is their true skill or their true for no reason. They have to go get a job wherever they can get a job just to fucking pay the bills. If you got to get a job at a temp service, you got to get a job at a temp service. You got to get a job at Walmart, you got to get a job at Walmart. Not everybody. You're one of a select few that actually got to pursue a passion of yours. So whatever, you know what I'm saying? How many musicians are there in the world? 1,000 of them? Of 350 million. Okay, well, see, there you go. Then you're wasting yourself. Because if you don't have a passion for what you're pursuing, what are you inventing? What are you creating? What are you doing that's going to benefit human civilization itself in the long run? What you're doing right now is benefiting some freaking company that's making billions of dollars while you make $17 an hour. They make you do all the hard work and they put a name on it and a label and they make billions of dollars while you yourself make $17 an hour doing the hard physical labor of the job. The same with some company that hires a bunch of people, have them work for $5 an hour loading trucks out of their fucking company. They make $1 trillion a year, but their fucking employees are the ones that are loading them trucks every day. That's my issue. That's why Jesus called money the root of all evil. Because the company should not be paying you $16 an hour if they're making billions of dollars. You should be making a lot more money than that. Nobody's really making what they truly should be making. And that's why I disagree with capitalism. Most definitely, most definitely. You mean to tell me that you're gonna charge people $1,400 a month to live in California in any apartment, even if it's in the freaking ghetto, but you're gonna have their minimum wage set at $8 an hour? How the fucking and then you wonder why there's homeless people
It's true. That's true.
everywhere. There's homeless people everywhere. So my problem isn't with the currency itself. It's with the fact that these companies, I know they make trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars combined, and they can only pay the workers. Like, come on, man, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You
Yeah.
should be making
It's
more
true.
money. I should be making more. Joe should be making more
It's true.
money. You know what I mean? But
It's
we
true. Well,
settle for it because we have
that's
to.
why they put more money towards building more prisons and building colleges,
Exactly. They
because
put more money. That's why
that's
they
exact.
stock and trade on freaking college on fucking They do stocks and trades on prisons. Why? Because they
It's a big
intentionally want
business.
people
It's a big
poor.
business.
That's the sick game that you don't understand, Sumo. The sick game is they literally want people to be
They
poor
want
and
you in
dependent.
bondage. They want you
Yes,
in
yes.
bondage. They want you
Because
like
if
little
you're making
pets.
enough money to where you're easily taking care of everything, you won't be stressed, you won't be upset about anything. You'll have a great relationship with your wife. The family will survive, and that's what they hate. They want to kill the family. That's why do you think all this gender shit is being pushed, bro? I never talk about it because I'll probably get banned off YouTube now that I'm going to talk about it, but this is I don't give a shit anymore. I'm tired of seeing this shit. People are being brainwashed. The reason why they're pushing this gender shit isn't because they give a fuck about people being able to be transgenders and be open about that, or whatever bullshit nonsense you see Oprah Winfrey say every day, or whatever one of them other crazy people. And I know, Joe, this is gonna offend you what I'm saying, but you got to hear me out through the whole thing. The reason why they're
That's gonna
pushing
offend
this shit,
me.
because
Why would it offend me?
Cause you're a lefty. Cause you're a lefty, and the left, you guys got you always.
I don't agree with
Everybody's
that transgender crap.
okay, okay, okay. I just had to crack a.
Stupid.
I had to crack a joke before I got serious.
Go ahead.
All jokes aside, they're pushing this stuff because number one, what's the number? Why do they? You have to ask yourself, why do they hate Christianity so much? Why do they hate it in the West? Right? Christianity promotes what? It promotes the family. It promotes family unity, right? And with what and why that's the same thing with this gender shit. They're killing this gender shit and putting it out there in front of everybody and brainwashing these children because they want to take away the family. That's a socialist 101. If you take away the family, then you control everybody. Once you take away the family, which is the foundation of every civilization, every culture, it's the whole fabric of everything. A man and woman marriage, that right there is a humongous foundation of not just Western civilization, but an actual civilization that lasts and is efficient and has a great economy. And that's why they're attacking Christian values. That's why they're attacking Christianity, and that's why this gender shit is being pushed out there. It ain't got nothing to do with them caring about the LGBTQY, how many letters they got in their goddamn name, right? They don't give a shit about them people. The sole purpose is evil. The sole purpose of it is to crush the family and crush Christianity and silence it in the West.
Mm.
And the same thing. I mean, if they're willing to do what they're doing, I mean, just look at. It's easy to see that we're being underpaid, overworked. We're forced to retire at 70 years old. Like that's like what you got 10 years left to enjoy. If that, you're by the time you're 70, you done busted your ass so much, you probably can barely walk. You know what I mean? You think God created you to not see his that's because you're young and you believe in capital.
That's
Yeah.
no. It's structured to
For a selection.
it's
Select only a certain
it's
few.
selective. Yeah, it's and it's not being racist when I say
It's
that
not
it
about race. It's
benefits
not about
white
race.
people,
No, it
but
benefits only a
if the
select few. It
majority,
benefits the people that. Okay, I'm gonna break it down to you like this. See, they play you. They play you by making you
you
think
could
that
disagree with
racism.
me.
Hold on.
It's not everybody. Right. I'm not saying that everybody and it affects everybody. There are some
Joe.
people,
Joe,
but
remember when I
because
told
they're
you?
for the
Remember just a minute
majority
ago.
of people.
Hold on. Hold on,
Yeah,
Sumo. Hold on, Joe. Remember when I just told you the devil rules in deception, right? Now, Do you think that only white people worship Lucifer? Okay, no, they don't. See, this is the
No.
brain. This is part of the brainwash. Human nature is tribalism for
Hold
thousands of
on a
years,
second.
right? So
Before you go into
racism
that,
will
hold on,
always
murder.
exist between black and white people,
Before you
and
go into that, what you just said, Sumo, is that that's not true. Just because the boss, the head boss, or whatever, is is a black man, doesn't mean that the majority. Maybe he was able to, he was able to get to where he was going to get to because not everybody is racist. I'm not saying all white people are racist, but the system is
all
geared
people can be racist, bro.
specifically. But I know, but the system is specifically geared
That's
to
what they want you to
benefit
believe.
and to prosper more
That's what
white
they want
people.
you to. Hold
And
on.
even
That's
prison.
what.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Then why is it that prisons are filled mostly with minority people
I'll
for the
explain it to
same
you.
crime?
I'll explain it to you. Hold
Hold
on.
on. Let me
No,
finish
no,
first. Let
no,
me
they're not.
finish.
If I
For
go
the
sell
same
crack
crime. Hold on a
cocaine, I'm
second.
going to jail
For
just
the same
the same amount of
for the
time.
same crime that a white person commits and a black person commits,
That's
the
not
black
true.
person winds up selling,
That's not true.
serving
That's
twice as
not
long
true.
in prison.
That's not
Yeah,
true.
and
That's not
even
true.
even with cocaine for the
That's not
same
true.
amount. Like
No,
hold on,
no.
listen to me.
Hillary
This
Clinton
is shit.
changed the laws from crack
Listen to
cocaine,
me.
and cocaine
Listen.
has two separate laws. And most
For
white
weed,
people
you spend
are
more
rich
time
that do
locked up
cocaine
for weed. You spend more time in prison for selling weed than if you sell cocaine for the same amount of cocaine that if you sell weed.
because
Why
they
is
hard
that?
because the
Because
government.
white people do cocaine more than they do weed.
No, because the government on the war on drugs. See, this is when people should never speak out of bounds on things that they only go by what they hear. Okay, I've read the law. Okay, I was alive when Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton put into power the laws that exist under the drug laws today. They separated cocaine from crack because most dealers in Los Angeles and Chicago and New York and all the gangs were selling crack more than they were selling cocaine. Okay, it had nothing to do with a race thing. Now, if you want to get into why the drugs are where they are, that's a whole nother separate issue. But what you fail to realize is they want you to think that they are doing it because of racism. That racism is the sole reason why these people in power are oppressing groups of individuals without ever taking a objective look backwards and seeing through a wider scope, not only historically but even in our present day and even during slavery. Did you know that Irish slaves were treated worse than the black slaves here in America? I bet you didn't know that. I bet you didn't know that there were Irish slaves here in America, that there were German slaves that were on the same ships they used to use to bring African slaves over here. They were German Hessian slaves that were the ones that rowed the ships and were whipped if they couldn't row the ships, or killed or whatever, or body parts ripped apart. But an even deeper issue is the white people never went and bought black people because they were black. The European empires that existed were building America. They needed labor because what they have over here, a couple thousand pilgrims. The Indians, they couldn't conquer them. The Indians were fighting back. What did you have down here in Africa? You had the whole northern Africa and Middle East was being run by the Muslims and is the Ottoman Empire, who had enslaved Africa 1,000 years before. So black people were being mistreated and enslaved and oppressed way worse than what Europeans did. The Muslims, they castrated you and cut your balls off and did genital mutilation. Go look into the shit that they did. So that's why I try to always deviate you and say, hold on, white people aren't the only people. They still, yes, Islam still has
That's
slavery
crazy.
today. Islam still today in Libya, Morocco, and Ethiopia, and in the Middle East still have black people as slaves, by the way, from Africa. Okay, so all these Black Lives Matter people out there, they're always protecting Islam, right? And they're all these black people want to be Muslims and shit, right? And they don't even know that the major sect of Islam hates Africans. They despise them more than they despise the Roman Catholic Church. Now that says a lot. Okay, they
Why is
enslaved
that?
the Africans because they've been at war with each other for thousands of years. Who used to rule the world? Egypt, Babylon. And Greece didn't pop up until later, and Rome came up after them. So a historical aspect of this is that no, people were just conquering people over a long period of time of history. Racism was thrown in there as the excuse for why that people were being conquered and being oppressed. Because racism will always exist because it's tribalism. It's nothing more than another word for tribalism.
Then why do black people
It
feel
will
so oppressed or so, like they say that, police
because
officers
they're
kill
brainwashed.
more black people than they kill
Because they're
any other,
brainwashed into
what I mean?
victimhood. Brainwashed into victimhood. If you go look at the numbers, more white people are shot per year than black people by a staggering number. You know what I'm saying? But that's not put on TV. It's not publicized. See, they want black people to feel separated from white people, to feel like the evil white man's always out to get them, so they never rise up out of their own community and put their own community together.
Why is it that when then why is it that when the black
How
when
come
the
the black
police
cops
officer
get away for
shoots?
shooting
Hold on a
people?
second. Hold
Your
on. Why is it
argument is
that?
your argue.
Hold on. So when white police officers shoot a unarmed minority, and they go to jail, I mean they go to court. Why
They
is it
don't go
that
to
most
jail.
of the time, 90, no,
They don't go to
yeah,
jail.
95% of
Okay,
the time,
the same reason
they're
why
considered innocent.
the same reason why
That's not it.
this hold on, the same reason why cops can go up to a homeless guy and a white homeless guy in a freaking in a park, laying on a park bench, and beat him to death and not go to jail. The same reason.
But
The
you don't
same
hear those
reason.
stories, though.
Exactly. They're not a. You have to dig. You have to be more than a person that watches CNN and Fox News. There's an agenda being pushed because they want black people in shackles. They want them in the hood, in the ghetto, selling drugs, to never rise up out of their community. Because as long as those people stay broken, they can have. They can also.
Who's they?
Who's they? The same people that print your money. The people that print your money.
Okay, so that's the
the people
point.
that
The
control.
racists.
They're not racist because black people are in control of that, just like Saudi Arabian people are in control of that. Exactly. Read your Bible. Jesus calls them the synagogue of Satan. You call them the Illuminati. They want you to believe that it's all about racism when it's not. It's all about destroying
So you saying that
humanity. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
It's all about Lucifer wants one thing and then one thing only. He wants to devour and destroy the human species and break it down and keep it lost and keep it fallen. So these people that are in power play this Hegelian dialect called divide and conquer, where they just move different groups of people around like chessboards each time in
So
power.
are these people
Just
white
like
in
African.
nature or black?
They're
Or both?
they're just evil in nature. Yes, yeah, of course they're black people and
Because
white
every time,
people.
hold on a second, because every time we talk about who
Have
runs
you
the
ever not
world,
heard of the
who rules the
Egyptian
world, hold on a
Empire
second.
or the
Hold on a
Babylonian
second. Hold on a second.
Empire
Hold on a
or
second.
any of
When
these?
we
Where do you
talk
think
about
these societies originated and founded themselves in?
why
Just like the
why
Roman
is it that
Catholic
when we
Church
talk
created
about
Islam. The Roman Catholic
why
Church
when we
created Islam.
why is it that when we talk about who runs the world, who controls everything, it's always the Rothschilds,
It's not just. It's go look at the 13 families. There's 13 family bloodlines. There's one from Saudi Arabia. Why do you think our president goes and kisses the Saudi king's hand? Did did you not witness Donald J. Trump, the most powerful man in the world, bow before the Saudi king and kiss his ring? No, I'm talking
say
about
that
the people
again?
that. Yeah, the well, that's on your
What
Forbes
did you just say?
list. That's the Forbes list. Yeah, he is. But that's the Forbes list. I'm
I
talking
never heard
about the
that shit.
people. I'm talking about the people that don't get put on the Forbes list, Sumo. Oh yeah, wealth. Yeah, wealth. Well, exactly. Exactly. Just like you see. Exactly. Which is to keep us divided, to keep thinking that it's all about a black and white thing, instead of seeing it for good and evil, God versus Lucifer.
Right.
That's why the scripture is there. That's why Jesus came to present this information. You feel me? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And so if you get black people to only think that they can only make money by being basketball stars and rap stars, they're not going to try to achieve anything else. That's why affirmative
Right.
action is so dangerous, because they don't have to compete. They don't have to build their community up. They don't have to do anything. Not because they're lazy, but because they're not required. They're being pushed into victimhood. We can't achieve. We need these
But
food stamps to survive.
don't a lot of people, because they believe that way, because they believe that that's all they do for, therefore they react and act to the same way that
Exactly,
because
it's
I don't have to.
brainwashing.
Hold on a second. I don't have to. I don't have to look at the news and to see things to see, how people act and how races of people act. So when I'm out on the street or whatever, and I see a group of black people, I'm just acting a fool. You know what I mean? Then I know white people sitting in the background because sometimes I sit in the background and be like, "Damn, boy, shit, it's true. Look at
Just
the way
like,
y'all act.
but just
You
black people
act like a
do.
bunch of
That's
freaking
that's
animals. You act
proof.
like a
That's
bunch of
proof.
freaking.
That's proof that it's not necessarily quote unquote racism as much as it is tribalism. And all groups of people have that because for thousands and thousands of years, human beings were separated in different countries and different cultures and weren't around each other. Especially America is the great experiment. It's the first diverse nation that's ever existed to this extent and the in human history, which explains exactly why we've had the trials and tribulations. Like I hear people always get on the Constitution all the time. Well, the Constitution was a great document when first written. All that shit about black people being 3/5 of a man was added to the Constitution later to justify slavery. Okay, and that wasn't necessarily done because these people were black. It's they were already enslaved and they needed to build this country up. It wasn't about black or white. That's why they eventually gave blacks their freedoms. If they truly hated blacks, they would have never gave them their freedom. It wasn't Abraham Lincoln their freedom. They had no use for black people anymore. The country was established. They built it. You know what I'm saying? And then they just threw them in the ghettos and the projects and put drugs in there to keep the people broken and down because if they ever rose up, like Martin Luther King tried to preach, if they ever rose up and unified with everybody, just like look at the Indians for a prime example. They had the opposite reaction of what
Right.
black
So
people
who's
had.
the one responsible for that? Is what I'm saying.
The
You're
same
saying that's
people
what they
that
wanted
print
to
your
do to
money.
black people. You think
The
black
same
people
people.
wanted to do that to black people?
Yeah, there were black people selling blacks into slavery. Yes, there was. Ever heard of the Muslims? What skin color are they?
What I'm saying is, like you said, once America was established and
There
built, they
are
threw them
there
in the
are
ghetto,
priesthoods.
they
There are
wanted to keep them
priesthoods
down.
that run.
Who's they?
The same people that are keeping the same white people down. Have you ever been to a redneck trailer park?
Yeah, yeah, true.
It's the same everywhere. It's the illusion of white people are doing so much better than black people. When in reality, everybody's on food stamps. There's more white people on food stamps than there are blacks. You know what I'm saying?
True.
You know what I'm saying? White people wages are horrible, just like black people's wages are horrible. But we stay in this illusion.
Works for the housing. She does the welfare and stuff like
You know what
that.
I'm saying?
And food stamps. She said there are more white people that collect welfare.
Yeah, there are way more. The numbers are staggering. You know what I'm saying? Black women make more money than white men on average when you look at the payrolls. It's like, well, wait a minute. So what are they? Why are they?
No, that's not true.
Yes, it is.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes, it is. I saw the numbers at US.government numbers. Those are US.government.gov statistics and facts. Black women are way more money than the black men now the black man's wage the black man wages are way down and there's reasons behind that, but if you literally take black women and put them in their own statistical category, they're doing better than the white man, and only the white women is, I think, higher than the black women. Like that's it. So there you go. Women make more money than men, statistically. When you take out waitress jobs and you take out all these other bullcrap jobs that they throw out there for their statistics. There's more women in the medical field. There's more women that are lawyers now. The point that racism truly doesn't exist, that you can become anything you want to be, and it's always existed because even it exists in the citizen's mind. It exists for us, but but I'm talking about at the top, Sumo. What I'm talking about is at the top when it comes to making money and resources. Exactly. Yeah, and that's more of as racism is more of a community thing. Yep. Yeah, everybody can be racist. Everybody can be racist. Because it's tribalism. It's tribalism. Yeah, exactly. It's tribalism, bro.
You know what I noticed? As you guys know, I grew up in group homes and stuff like that.
Same
I
here.
always realized, I always felt and believed that, I've always seen that I saw more racist black people towards whites than I've ever seen whites towards blacks.
And why do you think that is? Because the way they're engineered and geared and brainwashed in the public schools to hate white people for the evil crimes that white people did, not realizing that Western civilization did have slavery, but it ended it.
But I've always seen black people being more racist towards white people.
What's a fact? White people ended slavery worldwide and actually had the shortest form of slavery. European slavery is the shortest form of slavery in world history. That tells you something. That means that every other civilization had slaves for a long fucking time, and it didn't matter what skin color you were. Rome had slaves, Greece had slaves, Babylon had slaves, Egypt had slaves, Samaria had slaves, Japan had slaves, Chinese dynasty had slaves. Everybody had slaves. When you conquered a people and you conquered their land, they became your property. That's how it was back in the old days, in the ancient times. In the modern mind, we can't comprehend this shit because it's so ancient and so foreign that we can't comprehend how the way the world worked back then. You know what I'm saying? We only view it as in, oh, it had to be because of people's skin color. It couldn't have been just, wait a minute, it was whoever had the money and the power and whoever was the biggest empire at the time that just everybody conquered everybody. Blacks had whites as slaves for a long time because the Europeans were freaking, until Alexander the Great, Europeans were pretty much barbarians. Fucking lived in freaking. You ever heard of feudalism? The Muslims conquered Europe and enslaved Europeans. You know what I'm saying? Like this, it's. But they used the most recent. They used the most recent. They used the most recent slave period to teach in the education system instead of teaching all the history. They don't even tell you that the Muslims were the ones that invaded Africa in 800 AD and conquered all of northern Africa and enslaved all of Africa and the Middle East. They don't even tell you that, do they? No, they don't. They just say evil white man, evil white man, evil white man. That's it. I mean, it's, you don't even have to be smart to take yourself out and see that it's biased.
Hold on one second, guys.
And who do you think created that curriculum?
Hey, you're anyway?
Yeah. Where are you?
Huh?
Where are you?
Okay.
I can't believe we
got
lost,
everything?
man. I was kicking the butt.
Huh?
Call in.
I can't hear you.
You, call in.
Why?
Because you're about to come pick me up and I'm still under anti-B.
I'm saying call them so while I'm on my way over there.
No, call them now before you leave. We're still talking.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Damn, boy. She put him in this place, boy. She's like, no. You call. Joe is trying to get out of that phone. Must be somebody you don't really want to talk to. He trying to pawn it off.
Yeah, it's a soul food restaurant.
You trying to pawn it off for her? She's like, nope.
For it, the regular food restaurant.
Yeah, the regular food.
How come I didn't get in this game?
I don't know. I don't even know whose team I'm on. I can't believe that he stole my kill, man. I shot Sumo in the face and he stole my kill. What a bitch. I hope it disconnects every time I go after you. Doing it all night. Yo, I should be a fucking professor, man, at a university. Yes, I should be. I did better than these lefty liberals over here brainwashing our people. And they hate.
Let me ask you a question. Murder. Why, knowing all that you know, why do you allow yourself to be kept down?
What are you talking about? I ain't kept down.
No, I'm just saying, like, how come you know what I mean? Like, why didn't you pursue your education, pursue
most
everything?
of this shit, well, you gotta understand, when I grew up like you did. Hold on, let me finish. When I was 10 years old, my mom basically gave me up. So from the time I was 10 till I was 18, I didn't have nobody teaching me anything, except for my foster mom late the last couple of years. But most of the time I was in group homes, boarding schools, shit like that. So I never really had a time to actually sit down and find anything that was interesting or that I had passion about. And then by the time I got out of foster care, I was thrust into the hood, and I moved from here to New Jersey. I was a senior when I left here, actually in my last semester, right? But when I'm pretty sure you know, up there, being from Pennsylvania, New Jersey, it requires a lot of credits to graduate high school, and it's only 27 credits to graduate in Kentucky, right? But in New Jersey, I think it's like 100 something. So they basically wanted me to go back as a freshman, go from a senior to a fucking freshman at 19 years old, right? So I was like, fuck that. I'll just work and sell drugs or whatever. Plus I was in the hood, so I I should have
How
joined the
come you didn't
army.
get your GD?
I should have, because I was working all the time
How
and I
come?
always had money. I was always selling weed and selling shit, and I was too busy at living life and having fun and fucking different girls every day and
Do, do you
all kinds
regret
of
it?
other stupid shit. Yeah, I regret all that shit because look how intelligent I am. I never thought I was this intelligent, bro. You I don't know if you've ever been in Trenton, New Jersey, bro. If you
Of
have,
course.
you know
Of
what I'm
course I
telling
do.
you. You know what I'm telling you. Nobody thinks they're gonna live past 25. If you from there and that's where you live and that's where you bang at and that's where you making your money or whatever, oh, that's truly a city of despair. Like there's no jobs there, there's
Yeah.
no careers, there's no colleges there, there's nothing but the gangs in the hood and you
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You kind of
Like
really
Compton.
follow, yeah. You kind of really believe in your own mind, like, why go to school for? I'm gonna die anyway. By the time the whole reason why I didn't join the military because I wasn't gonna go to Iraq, and I told my recruiter, I was like, I'm not gonna go die somewhere when I can walk outside my front porch and die. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go die in the desert because I didn't agree with the Iraq war. So my excuse for not going was like was that right there. Like, hey, I can die walking outside on my front porch. Why even go? Why go die in Iraq? You know what I mean?
Yeah, they
So yeah,
surrounded me, so I stood with the
so
flag in my hand.
that's the only thing I regret though is not joining army, because it would have gave me a voice. But I mean, maybe I don't know the shit that I know because you got to keep in mind from the time that I was 18 till 28, you know, the jobs that I worked and the people that I met actually, you know, brought me to where I am today. I ain't nowhere near the same person I was standing on a block with a red flag hanging out my damn pocket. You know what I'm saying? Hollering at cars to try to make some money. You know what I mean? Like, came a long way, bro. So I guess for me,
Hey,
it just happened late. It just came late in life. Sumo, I'm pretty sure Sumo knows this. When Sumo first met me, I was a totally different person. But when you first met me, I was a totally different person. I was straight hood. You know what I mean? I was the type of person to be at the bar, crack you over the head with a beer bottle. That's what I'm saying. I was definitely a black white boy then. I was hood like a motherfucker. I didn't care about nothing. My attitude was like I could die tomorrow, so
damn.
fuck everything. You know what I mean? Fuck a future. You know what I mean? Like you didn't think about a future. You only thought about that day and making money and making it through the day. And then it didn't hit me till I was like 28, 29. I was like, holy shit, I'm about to be 30 and I'm still alive. And I guess guys started working on me when I was about 25, 26.
How old are you now?
Really? 32? Really? It actually started when I met this stupid ass girl that don't want nothing to do with me, honestly. It was kind of her that brought me to God. Well, through her, the experience of her, I guess, changed me. Hi, Sumo. Look at your body still flying. I was looking for you.
Mm.
Sumo was trying to kill my buddies over there.
Kill my buddies. Hold on one second. Alright.
Yeah, man. Knowing the shit that I know now, I wish I knew it when I was a kid. I'll tell you that much. Because I would have pursued something in broadcasting or something along those lines. For sure.
Yeah, I hear you.
Probably might even have been a political lawyer or something. But thank God for YouTube, because when I get to 10,000 views, I'm gonna start my own podcast, bro. I told Sumo we gonna make it. We're gonna make it big time. I shot a Sumo. Sumo, you took almost all my health, bro. Oh, they think they're gonna heal you? Really? Oh, I killed my teammate. Ooh, I killed him. Get out of my face. Oh, he's a camping little bitch. What a camp little fucking GNR kid, man. That is so gay. That, man. I was wiping everybody out. I was Terminator over there. I'm gonna start my own podcast. That's my plan, man. That's my business. I want one of them type of shows where it's just like conversation, like the conversation we having right now. Those kind of conversations on air, you know what I'm saying, to a group and an audience of people. People are thirsty for that shit, man. Everybody's looking for truth and direction, man. And as long as you tell the truth and you be real with yourself, you're gonna bring people to you. That's just a given. Y'all be surprised how many people think like we do and talk about the shit we do, but you know, scared to talk about it, scared to ask questions. Cause especially the college kids, man, they definitely scared because they just go along with whatever they're being told because they don't want to be the not cool kid. You know what I mean? They don't want to be the one that don't get
Right.
no girls. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna go along with a transgender, whatever bull crap, wherever the crowd is going. That's where people going at. That's like that's what I saw with the Trump shit. People that didn't even fucking vote, people that didn't even know nothing about politics, don't know nothing. They out there rioting and protesting and all this shit, like nonsense, man. It's nonsense. Oh, sumo. Joe Mania fragging me. Oh shit. Kill him, man. Kill him. Dumb teammate, man. Oh my god. That guy, you just wrecked that guy. Joe, you fragged me. Where'd you throw that frag from? The barricade?
You like that?
Yeah, it was a nice frag. You stole my move.
I did learn that from you.
Oh man, I gotta stop broadcasting. People be still.
Oh, we got one just went into the upper banks.
Come on, King Killer, you about to get destroyed from your back, dude. Oh my god. I saw it coming. I saw it. Didn't I just say he was gonna get shot in his back? Yes, I did. I believe I did. I saw it coming. I could see things before they happen. Call me a visionary. Alright, I'm not gonna die from Joe Mania's frag this time. My team is bad, yo. They're bad. I'm not even focused. And I'm better than all of them. Oh, stupid. Oh, there goes somebody dying from sumo.
Sorry, guys, but you got in my way. I had to kill you in order to get that other dude.
Oh, sumo kill another guy.
You just stole my kills, Sumo.
Wow, he's on the right side. You stupid teammates. And I was distracted by the enemies that got in on the left. God damn it, man. Stupid team. The one time I don't go over there, sumo goes on our side.
Changing mags.
That's what you get. He's about to die anyway. Right here.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Damn,
these
somebody shooting
two
me from the other
guys
side.
are
Someone give me a second.
friends. These two GNR guys. They're both garbage. So that's how this GNR guy's knowing where I'm at. His fucking buddy gave him away. I was wondering how that GNR guy killed me that one time.
Sorry, Sumo. Try to get you, bro.
Shot in the back, making my way down the street. Don't heal that guy. He's garbage. You're better off healing Oscar the Grouch. Smokey!
Smoking!
What you doing, buddy? What you looking at? What you looking at? What you looking at?
You know what I noticed about you, Murder?
What? That I'm
You're a
high.
nice guy when you're not being a dick.
I think everybody is.
You know what I noticed about you, Sumo?
You're
still
always a dick.
even when you're a nice guy.
That's a good one.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's what I said. I said you still a
It's
dick
cool,
even when
isn't
you're a
it?
nice guy.
That's good for a chick, cause chicks like guys that finish last.
What chick is
That's
that?
good. You don't want you want a chick that wants you to finish first and finish before her? That's strange.
Oh, okay. In that respect, I guess
yeah,
you're right.
yeah. That's what I was talking about. You didn't catch it. Let's say, ask Larry to see if she prefers you to come first or come last.
We'll find out tonight. We'll find out soon enough, buddy. But after I get my soul food.
Well, you know, Joey played AA tonight.
I'm gonna play. You gotta send MC a message, a text.
I can't. My phone got dropped in dog water today.
Does he really? What's up with him? Nice.
MC said, "Oh, he killed himself." What a dumbass, bro.
That's not nice.
That guy just fragged himself.
Actually, I didn't. Yeah, I'll check him out. I forgot about that.
Assault team, grab the objective and get it to extract. Over. Tossing frag.
Ah, damn it, you got me. You know what? It's the dude that went underneath the wall. Kind of messed me up. Damn, I just got killed again.
I got
Shit.
you, bitch.
Damn.
The GNR guy's a cheater, bro.
Were you in crouch wall?
No, I was on the stairs. I fragged you and then came back down.
See that's what I'm saying. This dude was supposed to take care of the dude on the
This
crouch
GNR
wall.
guy is telling his buddy where we are, so he can kill us. That's the only reason why he's killed me twice.
Okay, I got something different I'm gonna try.
Should have 3 kills right
This
there.
dude
That guy
just
robbed me
had-
killing someone.
This dude just had the opportunity to kill like 3 guys because he had them all flash and he's shooting, missing all of them.
I'll tell you one thing, we finally won a game. That was awesome. Finally! 12 and
All
5.
right, you got me quick on that one. That was nice.
Yeah, I know it was.
I got
Savage
something to
lives.
ask now. Watch this move. Watch this move.
Better hope I don't frag you again.
Nah, watch this. Trust me, I'm gonna come at you right now. I don't know if you're gonna be ready for this.
Making my way.
Get out of my
down
way,
the
bro.
Oh, that was close.
Oh, I thought I had you on that one.
Wow, team, really?
Who's shooting me from behind? These dudes on, man, they don't watch your back for shit. You gotta do right there. He's not even watching my back.
How is he still
Weapons
alive?
out. Cover while I reload.
I haven't been able to get past 13 kills for the last 2 or 3 freaking maps. I mean, games. That's crazy. Every game, I gotta kill at least somebody.
Flash the sumo. Must kill the sumo.
Sumo's dead. He's not even playing.
He's not dead. He's still alive, killing my teammates. Oh, my teammates are there in the diner. How's you right there?
How'd
You
know he's still
stupid!
alive? Oh, you can see him when he kills your men.
No, I know he didn't die from when he just killed my teammate when he was in the bank and I flashed him. Stupid teammates let him get to the diner and they're there. They're all in your Alamo. Like, are all in that area and they let you get in the fucking goddamn diner.
Good shit, Sumo. Good shit.
God,
Nice.
bro. Stupid lucky bastard, man. How? We had 4 guys over in that area when you went over there. And not one of them saw you and then you killed them all. Oh my Jesus Christ, man. Look at stupid. I should have saw you come out of the bank. They're in the Alamo and everything. Like they should have saw you come out of the bank when I flashed you. I know I flashed you. Okay, get in there in time, and you I don't know where you went. I almost killed myself. Killed myself. That guy with a shotgun just destroyed him.
Ah. The route I just took? Oh, this dude just stole my kill.
All patched up. Reloading.
Yeah, actually, that was the first time I tried that.
How did he know where I was again? That guy's always telling. How are you still alive, man? Almost! You lucky that other guy sidetracked me. You lucky I had to kill him. I was gonna kill you first. I would have killed you first. That's crazy. Oh my god, yo. Too many of y'all. What can I do? I should got with a shotgun. I shoot that guy.
Yeah, we all three of us got pretty much the same amount of kills.
Jesus, man.
You got one more.
Screw you! Screw you!
I think I'm getting pretty good at this game, though. I'm getting.
Yeah, it helps when you got Sumo on as your wingman over there killing all the good players, and you just gotta kill the scrubs.
Yeah, right. Hey, listen, guys, I gotta be back. I gotta go do something.
All right, man. You getting off Sumo?
Come back on.
I don't know. Whenever time y'all get back on, just send me an invite.